But this time around, Afrochella is not in the news for, very great news. They are actually in the news for, some negative talks. So one of them actually has been one of the founders has been on the news for sexual misconduct. So how does this kind of issues affect this kind of event?
Well, I'll start by saying the approach to addressing the issues like Afrochella and the culture management group have done is a bit sketchy. And that was going to eat into my answer by saying that this would discourage a lot of public interest in the festival, would discourage a lot of investor interest, would discourage a lot of participation from the outside world into Afrochella and what it has become over the years. Now, if you look at Afrochella, it stands for culture.
Yes.
And we would not sit here and lie to ourselves that women are not at the center of culture. Because globally, you know the number of women that are available. So if you're a festival, if you're a community that prides yourself with the celebration of women, black culture, and you have one of your people doing such a thing, it's honestly not the best. I think they are two separate entities and they should be treated as such. But you wouldn't blame people for attaching you to the brand as well. I mean, come on. That misconduct at any level should never be entertained. I think it's going to affect it greatly. I am not sure what the numbers are going to look like in December. I've had a few calls from, outside asking about what the impact of this is on the festival and for other people looking to come into, the space. And honestly, I tried to give my, opinions about it. I felt like it was going to some extent affect them.
Yeah.
But I think they are going to be fine. I'm not sure about how they treated the issue because I think they can do more. They haven't given timelines as to what they're going to do next, how they're going to deal with the issue head on, and what they're going to do as, a network of, founders who have done so well for themselves. And there are investors looking outside. There are a lot of people coming down, not just for the festival, but looking to, touch base and do business with the founders.
And the funny thing is that everything's on social media.
Exactly.
So, women from outside have already started protesting.
And
then we should cancel the whole festival.
It's crazy.
We should cancel the whole festival.
It's crazy.
But talking about their approach of what they're going to do next, we all saw their press statements. Emmanuel, do you think that was enough? Because they're like, that he's stepping down from his position, but everybody's beginning to ask, especially women are beginning to ask, is he still going to be getting money? Are they going to cut his money as in he's not part of it anymore completely?
I mean, some of us are not in the holy of holies to know if that's going to happen or not. The case study of Afrochella will be one that everybody will have to actually look at, and in the future would see how best other events companies would look to eradicate or perhaps avoid. One thing I know for a fact is that they took a little bit of time before releasing the statement, because until people started calling for the head of Afrochella, perhaps they might have not released the statement, and the reason why they went after Afrochella is because that is the alleged social currency. To be very fair, many of us got to know about Afrochella because of that individual.
Yes, exactly.
Because he carried the brand,
exactly,
as it were, on social media. And so people are like, what, if you don't disconnect or catch yourself off from this individual, then we are looking to cancel or protest, like you said, in not coming at all. Will people go to Afrochella? Yes, we will. Because Ghanaians, we tend to have a lot of short-term memories. And we like the enjoyment. We like entertainment. And so regardless of whatever it is, I promise you, if the artist lineup comes up and there's a whiskey, there's a Davido there, our excitement will immediately help us forget what happened. The individual in question, like Randy said, I believe that the statement purely said that they were going to have him step down from the role. Is this still going to make money from that?
Exactly.
You and I will not know, and I can't sit here and say he will not make money or not to make money. But the most important thing is the cancer, within the team has been dealt with to the best of our knowledge. Could something else be done? Perhaps. But we will leave that to the discretion of, the wisdom of the board members of the team of Afrochella. As far as I'm concerned, if my sister, my niece, or even my girlfriend goes to Afrochella, and I can be guaranteed that she's not going to be affected or involved in any of this victimizing position, then I'm good. Afrochella should prove that indeed they are here to protect the interests of women, because just putting on a press statement won't be enough, especially for those in the diaspora. Last week I saw a tweet where this particular conversation was had on BET Africa.
Oh wow!
Yes, in the States.
Oh wow!
So that's where it's gotten to.
That's what it's got, because of social media. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So once it goes out there, everybody knows the brand. Everybody wants to come to Ghana.
Exactly.
Because of Afrochella.
So I wouldn't obviously sit here and then throw sand in someone's garage. So we just hope and pray that indeed internally they are fixing it, and of course we want to go to Afrochella and then contribute to the success of what it's become so far.
Okay, Adam. So do you think this is going to affect it?
For the statement that they brought out, I mean, it is, when you look at the statement, you could see that the man in the center of this whole brouhaha liked the post, which means that there is some level of agreement in there. And that aside, for me, I saw it as a very good PR, because if you Google, you clearly see that the part which normally pops up is the press release from them, which in PR terms, they have control the damage and also in a way control how the media carries the narrative. As soon as the thing happened, they released the statement to control the narrative.
After days.
So now the discussion, regardless of that, the number of days, I mean, they were able to control the discussion. Now we are discussing their release and what they said they are going to do. And if you look at the release, I mean, in crisis management like this, one of the first steps is this. You bring a statement like this. And the statement needs to give hope, give a certain trust, and put yourself in the position of the victim. Now, in the statement, clearly from the beginning, they state that they have zero tolerance for such things. They are putting themselves in your shoes and saying that they are making him step down, trying to let you know that they are a mature organization and that they will investigate. They are giving you some hope and trust, that trust in us, we are going to solve it for you. Now, the responsibility lies on them. They need to come with a second message, which is going to be the outcome of the investigation they said they are going to do. And that is where the question you ask about whether he's going to have certain, financial rewards or not, will have to feature in that explanation, that after our investigation, these are the things we found out, and this is our remedy to the situation. And that will come waters to, make people believe in the brand and believe in organization. And this is a wake-up call for every organization. You need to have crisis policies when there is crisis, how you go about it. And when you are also in leadership position, you need to know that you carry a very huge responsibility. And whatever you do in your closet or outside, you should be very cautious, because if you are not careful, through that maybe wrong thought of yours, you are going to jeopardize the future of your company. And this is one of them. So let us all learn, as men and women, let us all learn from this. When we are representing brands, we need to be mindful of what we do in order not to jeopardize the brand.
Okay, thank
you. The only struggle I have with the release of the statement is the timing compared to when the Asaka conversation was had.
Yes.
You see, when that conversation was had, the quickness and the readiness with which they touch base with most media houses, you know, just to talk on the matter, and compared to something as more serious as that. You know, that's my because if you've been a trusted brand all these years, you should move with swiftness. You don't wait to. Like, I know Adam talked about controlling the conversation, but the conversation was had for days.
Yes.
And I feel like if people were not angry about the fact that Afrochella hadn't released a statement, we may or may not see a press release, because they might think, okay, this does not directly, this is an individual thing, it does not really affect us, because Afrochella, we have tried our best to give you guys the best of culture entertainment. But people were calling for the heads of Afrochella. If you don't put this guy out, we're not coming to your show.
Exactly.
And you need the money because you put in a lot of investment to bring the brand this far. You get it. So, like Adam said, you need to have like a crisis policy management or something. You don't wait till people talk about it
for that long
before you do SEO. What do you call it?
Exactly.
Strategies to change the Google. You don't need that. If people want to see how quick you can nip this in the bud, and then we can all have our peace of mind.
Right. And I'm actually excited that we talked about this, and also very excited that Global Citizen is coming to Ghana. And one thing I want people to know that let's not just get excited about the concert, but we should also know what it stands for. And clearly what it stands for goes against some of these things that some people do out there, protecting women, climate change. We need to know all those things. We need to know everything that affects us as human beings. And that's why I'm very glad that Global Citizen is coming. But when is it again?
It's happening on the 24th of September.
Okay.
At the Black Star Square.
Okay. So,
popularly known as the Independence Square.
All right. So do we need tickets?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a free ticketed event.
Okay.
And here's how it works. Now you download either the Global Citizen app,
right,
or you go to the Global Citizen website. You take action, and the process of taking action is pretty simple. It doesn't look or sound as monstrous as people make it look like. It's basically putting word out, tweeting, you signing a petition, you vouching for girls, you vouching for women, you vouching to defend your planet. And it's very tap. Take a quiz, very short quiz. In about 1 to 2 minutes, you're done. You accumulate 20 points, which you need to unlock your ticket. There are 4 draw levels. One will happen on the 23rd of August. The second one is on the 6th of August. And the third is on 10th. And then the final one will probably happen on the 12th of September.
Right.
And all the tickets, once you win, are going to be distributed. Every single person who enters the draw gets a pair of tickets. So you have 2 tickets to the festival, and then it's free. Okay. Everything is free.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I really had fun, and I can't wait to be at the Global Citizen. And I'm sure you all can't wait to be at the Global Citizen too, because the lineup is crazy.